let's talk about the fourth domain, which is the curriculum. So the curriculum must be relevant, realistic, and responsive to the needs of the society. So this domain of curriculum refers to all elements of the teaching and learning process that work in convergence to help students attain high standards of learning and understanding of the curricular goals and objectives. So these elements include the teacher's knowledge of a subject matter and teaching learning approaches and activities, instructional materials, and learning resources. Okay, so this means that as a teacher, you have to interact with the national and local curriculum requirements. So as we all know the fact that we are intertwined, and we, the future teachers, are part of the government, and we, as a part of the government, we help each other to uplift the education in our country. Okay, so like for example, an owner of an institution doesn't want to implement the K-12 program, which is very impossible. So we need to unite as one when it comes to on how to improve our education here in our country. So you also need to master the teacher's guide, curriculum guide, the manual. Then you also have to know how to come up with a lesson plan. So I will discuss that lesson plan later. So you need to identify learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies. That's why the teacher's curriculum guide is very important for you to study, because that guide would give you the different learning competencies in a particular grade level. So there is a need to master all those, so that when you craft your learning outcomes or your objectives, you so that your objectives should be relevant with the learning competencies as mandated by DepEd or CHED. Okay, so you can also ensure that your learning outcomes should be aligned with learning, and also learning competencies, and also the requirement of the course. Like your activities are also aligned, because if there is no alignment between and among outcomes, competencies, activities, as well as the subject matter, then you will not able to ensure that your student will have the 100% understanding of your lessons or objectives. So like here in our subject, this curriculum aligned with all EDUC teachers. So, and you can introduce lessons who are for engineering, because that's not relevant in our field of learning. All right.